and welcome to my channel. My name is Allison and I make cleaning and lifestyle videos, so make sure you subscribe down below so you don't miss any new videos. Today I'm doing a product review. I'm going to be reviewing the Bissel Pet Stain Eraser. This is a carpet scrubber that's to clean your carpets if you have pet stains, which I do have. I have a cat and a dog, and we have stains, unfortunately, so it's a part of life of sometimes having animals. I do have messes and accidents, so if you have a pet, you do need something to help with the occasional issues that do pop up if they have problems. So my husband actually got me this as a Christmas gift, so I didn't purchase it myself, but it was purchased for me. But I've used it. I've actually been using this for a while now. I've been using it since this is March, so I've been using it about 3 months. I've used it for almost 3 months now, and I do really like it, but I kind of wanted to go over how it works and give you my overall opinion. I wanted to have a chance to kind of show you how well it works. It's pretty simple. It wasn't too hard to figure out. There's an on button here at the top that turns it on, and I'll let you kind of hear it run for a second. Now, I will say it is kind of loud when it runs, so that is something to keep in mind. And then it has a charging port at the back. You just charge it with this little charger. There's something that plugs into an outlet, and then you just charge it. It doesn't take too long to charge, so I think it's, pretty good as far as charging goes. And you don't have to use it for very long generally. I think it takes me 10 minutes if I'm cleaning a spot. Now, this is not intended to do your whole carpets. It's just a spot cleaner, so if you do need to use it, usually it doesn't take very long at all. And it's got, at the bottom, you can see it's been used, but it's got a brush under here, a scrubber. And then there's a spot up the top. This is where the solution goes up here. And then down here, you can see I've used it quite a bit. There's a lot of gross stuff down in the bottom that you can empty out. And I wanted to leave it in there so you can see what it looks like I wanted you to see what it looks like with solution in it. And I am going to put some solution in it just so you can see that as well. Now, it did come with this little bottle here, this Bissel Professional Oxy Spot and Stain, a little sample size. It came with 8 floor ounces, which I thought was really nice that they gave you a sample, because not everything does that, but they did come with this little sample container. And I do think this works really well. I actually like this better than the stuff I usually purchase for my big carpet scrubber, so I might start purchasing this particular kind in the future. But I did use all this up pretty quickly, so I used this probably in the first month or so I used this. It does use a lot of solution, so I will show you that. But this is what I'm going to put in just because this is what I have. So this is also Bissel, but it's Pet Multi-Service, which is what I've been using for my carpets. And as far as putting it in, I'll kind of show you here. Oh, and I did also want to show you there's a little button underneath, and that's actually how you spray the stuff out when you're doing it. But as far as filling the little canister goes, so as far as the canister goes, you just lift here, and then you can just put more solution in. So I will show you that is going to go in there, and it just unscrews at the bottom like this. So you just flip it up and unscrew this little piece here. And I'm gonna have to put the camera down to do it, so let me show you. And I did spill a little, so hopefully you're not as messy as I am, but that's all it is. And you go put it back in just the way you pulled it out, so it's pretty simple. And now we're back in business, and then the gross stuff goes down at the bottom. That's where it collects, and then you just slide that out to empty. So it's pretty obvious how to pull that out as well and dump it when you need to. So as far as this goes, as handling it, it is pretty heavy, so that's something to keep in mind. It probably weighs, I'd say 2 pounds approximately, if I was just guessing. I haven't weighed it, but it is heavy, so if you don't like heavy products, then if it's something heavy, you might not like this as much. I do want to say I've really been impressed with how well this does. It really took out some bad stains that were on our carpet, so overall I've been pretty impressed with it. But I do want to go ahead and show you how it looks when it's being used, because we do have a stain on our stairs that is unfortunately a spot where my cat's been kind of spraying, and it gets gross, and then I have to scrub it, and it's kind of an ongoing issue. But I will show you how this works here, so I'm going to take you upstairs with me while I clean it. And you'll see too with the scrubber, it does have a pretty good spray. It sprays a lot out pretty quickly, and I'll try to show you as best as I can. And I apologize, it is a little bit dark on our steps. I don't know how well it'll show up, but I'll do the best I can to show you. So as you can see, it did a really good job. It got that spot really picked up. It almost looks like there's no stain there at all, which I thought was really impressive. I did forget to put you the price, so I am going to put the price over here in case you want to know how much this costs. But as far as the downsides, you know, the downside is heavy and it's a little bit loud. But as far as effectiveness, this is probably the most effective carpet cleaner I've ever used. It gets everything and it pulls a lot out. You can see it's gotten all that has come out of my carpets, which is gross, but it really does a good job as far as what it's doing. The brush really pulls stuff out. I've been really happy with it. I think it's really a good value for what you get. If you have this problem, it's something you would want to invest in. And I've used other little handheld carpet scrubbers and they have not been as useful or good as this one has been. So it's really impressed me, which is hard to do because I use a lot of cleaning products and I try a lot of stuff with this channel, so it's hard to impress me. This really did impress me really well. Yeah, I really love this. I really am glad I got this because it's been so useful and helpful in my life. And I've just been really happy with it overall. Yeah, as far as rating goes, this is probably one of the only maybe 3 or 4 products I've done this to, but I am going to give this a 5 out of 5 because I think it's a good price, it's a good value, it's effective. The things I don't like about it are really minimal. They're things that most people aren't even going to have an issue with, so I think if you wanted something like this, this is the way to go. I've always been really happy with Bissel products. I've got a carpet scrubber that's Bissel that I've had for 10 years and it's been really, really good. So Bissel has my sort of seal of approval as far as scrubbing goes for carpets. And if you have used this or another carpet scrubber, I'd like to hear about it. So let me know down in the comments if you've had any kind of experience with the Pet Eraser by Bissel or any other scrubbers, because I'm kind of curious too if you like other ones as well. And let me know if you have any questions about how it works, because I'll be happy to go over. And it does have a little how to use too in the bottom too, I forgot to show you. But it's got little directions here that kind of just tell you how to use it, which is nice because you don't have to like look for your user guide if you forget what you're doing, that it has that basic instructions. And over here it tells you too how to charge. Yeah, I just like that they've kind of just printed the instructions right on the thing so you don't have to go looking for a guide if you forget what you're doing, if you haven't used it in a while. Because this is one of those products you might maybe only use every 6 months. If you have, you know, a pet that just occasionally has an accident every 6 months, you might not use it and then forget how to use it. So if you have your instructions on the thing, it really helps out as well. But yeah, so I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 5. I really do love it. I've been really happy with it. I think it's a great product. I think if you need something like this, this is a great way to go. Anyways, that's all I really have to say about it, but if you have questions, you can let me know. Anyways, thank you so much for coming by, and I hope you all have a beautiful day today.